Good day, everyone. You are welcome to this lesson. And in today's lesson, we are looking at quadratic equations. So we want to see the general form of quadratic equation, and we want to see how we can derive the quadratic formula from the general form of quadratic equation. So let's get to it. The general form of quadratic equation is given as ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. And the quadratic formula is x equals minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So our task in this lesson is to get from this point, the general form of quadratic equation, to the quadratic formula. So how do we achieve that? Remember, to solve quadratic equation, we can use different methods, including factorization, which most people consider the simplest method. You can also use the quadratic formula, which is given here, and it's also simple. And you can use the completion of squares method, which is the most difficult, and you can use graphical method. So today, unfortunately or fortunately, to get from the general form of quadratic equation to the quadratic formula, we would have to use the hardest method, the most difficult method, which is completion of squares. Now remember, in completion of squares, you must ensure that the coefficient of s squared is 1. So to make the coefficient of s squared 1, we have to divide this equation through. We have to divide each of these 10 by the coefficient of s squared, which is a in this case. So let's do that. So that will be the first step. So we divide through by a, which is the coefficient of s squared. So we have as squared divided by a plus bx divided by a plus c divided by a equals 0 divided by a. Now this a cancels out a, then we are left with x squared plus bx over a plus c over a equals 0. 0 divided by a is 0. So we can transfer this plus c over a to this side in the next step. So in the next step, step 2, we have x squared plus bx over a equals, by the time this plus c over a gets to the other side, it becomes negative c over a. Then the next step is step 3, we complete squares. Complete squares. And when you complete squares, there are certain steps you follow. We must find the half of the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x in this case is b over a. So if we find half of b over a, that gives us b over 2a. Right? The next thing we have to do is we have to square b over 2a. So we'll continue that from here. So if we square b over 2a, that will give us b over 2a squared. So next we will add and subtract b. Okay, let me shorten that subtract. So we add and subtract b over 2a squared. Right, so that takes us to step 2 again. So the next step will be step 4. So here in step 2 we have x squared plus bx over a. Then we must add and subtract b over 2a squared. So let's add first. So we have b over 2a all squared, then minus b over 2a all squared, everything equals negative c over a. So if you look at step 4, step 4 is essentially equal to step 2, right? Because if you look at this, we added b over 2a squared and at the same time we subtracted it. So technically this takes this out and you are left with x squared plus bx over a, right? So in other words, this expression or this equation in step 4 is equal to the equation in step 2, right? Well, we just added this to complete the squares. So the next step, we can take this minus b over 2a squared, we can take it to the other side, right? We can take it to the other side. So if we do that, that leads us to step 5. We have x squared plus bx over a, then plus b over 2a all squared equals, by the time this negative comes to this side, it becomes positive b over 2a all squared, then minus c over a. So next, we can simplify that further. We have x squared plus bx over a, then plus b over 2a all squared equals, we can expand this, b times b is b squared, then 2a times 2a, that is 4a squared, then minus c over a. In step 7, we can simplify this, the whole of this. So to simplify the whole of these, you just open a bracket, then you pick one of these, that is x, then plus the content of this bracket, that will be b over 2a, then you square everything. So if you do this, for example, x plus b over 2a times x plus b over 2a, you will get exactly this. So essentially, this expression is equal to this expression, right? And that would be equal to b squared over 4a squared minus c over a. So in the next step, step 8, we can now do this. We can remove this square from here and take it to the other side. So that will be x plus b over 2a, equals, by the time this square comes to the other side, it becomes plus or minus the square roots. Okay, before we do that, let's do this. It's important. So the next step, we can simplify the right hand side. Plus 2 over a all squared equals, we can simplify this. So the LCD here is 4a squared. Now 4a squared divided by 4a squared is 1 times b squared. That gives us b squared. Then minus 4a squared divided by a is 4a times c. 4ac. Right. Now the next step, step 9, we can remove this square from here and take it to the other side. So this becomes x plus b over 2a will be equal to plus or minus. By the time this square comes to this side, the right hand side will become b square root of b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. So step 10. So we have x plus b over 2a equals plus or minus. So the numerator here stays square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by the square root of 4a squared is 2a. So in step 11, you can take this plus b over 2a to this side. So you have x equals minus b over 2a plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, everything divided by 2a. Finally, in step 12, so x will be equal to, the LCD here would be 2a. So you have 2a. 2a divided by 2a is 1. 1 times negative b remains negative b, plus or minus 2a divided by 2a is 1 times this. So that remains the square root of b squared minus 4ac, which is the quadratic equation. Thank you so much for attending the class, and I will see you in the next one. Stay blessed.